The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back, folks, and that means you have another shot at listening to Steve Roberts.
We're turning it
tell
off.
His story.
Whatever it is. We're turning it off. Either way, Tom.
Yeah. It's the Tom and Steve show, with an emphasis on the large S for Steve. So, there you go. Hey,
it's always it's Tom and that other guy and whatnot.
Right.
So it's so good.
I was looking in my bedroom the other day. I looked up at the ceiling. I was staring, wondering, do I really want to get out of bed and do the local show or not? And as I was looking at the ceiling, I'm noticing this stain. Kelly had told me about it, and I thought it was just a little stain, but it's a pretty big one now.
So did we find the source of that bad boy?
No, so I have to call Sean at Top Notch Roofing to come over because he's going to have to.
You're searching for it because back when I had the house on the roof, because it's leaking here doesn't mean it's leaking here. And that thing could be
right. And we have a full attic, right? But you got to get to it through my closet. So I got to clean out the closet and all that. But I'm. It's better to get him in now because then he can go up there. And I'm sure because the roof is not that bad, but I'm sure it's just probably a ridge vent that probably needs sealing, and he could probably fix. But you need somebody that you can trust because I don't need a roofer going up and saying, it's about time, let's re-roof you.
Countless stories from him, where he goes, I went and saw it and they didn't need anything.
Right.
And he wasn't trying to push him a roof. But if you do need to talk to a guy, Top Notch Roofing CNY.
Right.
.com, Top Notch Roofing CNY, and he's a trusted.
Yeah, I know. I'll be calling him.
How old is your home?
Oh, it's 20
there
years.
You go.
20,
it's
22.
New.
Yeah, because they're 30-year roofs, I think.
Yeah.
So we should do that. Anyway, here's somebody who's a lot younger than my roof. It's Donna Shane. She's the owner of Syracuse Dog Fence. How are you there, Donna?
I'm wonderful. How are you, gentlemen, doing other than your roof leaking?
Well, I may have problems with the house, but what I don't have problems with are the dogs.
That's awesome.
They are, since we have put them on your fence system, we don't have to worry about a darn thing.
It's because they're well trained?
No, they're not well trained. But Layla, who is full of spunk, she'll run out she chases the squirrels, she chases the rabbits, but she runs right up to where she's got to go, and then it's like putting on the brakes.
And you were
like
so
a cartoon.
Worried about.
I was. I thought she would go right through that thing. But no, she doesn't. She knows where to stop, and they're fine. And we can go anywhere in the yard. So we had that all fenced all
When we
around.
had the house, Zoe was on the same thing, and you guys did the fence, and it was, you should run up to chase a rabbit, because the rabbits would be the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're like, turn around. I'm not going there. And I thought that was...
it's great.
It's almost like you can't believe it's going to work like that.
Right.
It's amazing. In 20 years, it never ceases to amaze me how quick the dogs learn with this conditioning process.
And it's an audio correction, too, because there's just on one part of the collar, you can do just the audio, right?
Yes.
So a lot of times, Mikey is deaf, unfortunately, just like Zoe is at this point. So poor Mikey, I have to clap my hands really loud and all that. So if he goes around the side of the house to get his attention, I just give him an audible, and he comes scooting right around the property.
He's a real skinny dog.
Yeah. I shouldn't say he scoots, he rolls.
Okay,
he rolls over to me.
With some dogs, we do have another receiver that also has vibration in it for the deaf dogs.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a slightly bigger box, and unfortunately doesn't work with the Link app.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
But where the audible sound is, it vibrates.
Yeah.
And then it gives the shock.
Interesting.
So, we've had really good luck with deaf and blind dogs.
Yeah, I used to think, years ago, wow, those dogs are really obedient. You see a dog, and I didn't realize they had one of your fences, and it's just standing in the yard, like, aren't they worried it's going to run away? And the answer is no.
And for those people who may think that, the shock is too much and we use the term shock and all that, it's nothing. It's not like that. It's a small correction. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot less than a bee sting,
Exactly.
which Layla ate a bee the other day. and she was scratching her snout for
Did she have the Elvis lip?
Yes, and, she had a little swollen lip in her.
Well, I always thought it was like if you ever had a TENS device.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you had like, it was a little prickly, like, okay, you notice it, but it wasn't like you went, ah! It was not a big deal.
It's not like
but
that.
it works, and the dogs turn
And
around.
we do that because we want to, again, I'm going to use the
Condition the dog.
conditioning
Yes.
word because that shock will become a higher intensity for maintenance purposes because you don't know what's going to trigger that adrenaline rush that's going to cause the dog to want to cross.
Right.
So we start out low, teach them what the boundaries are, let them learn that when they see these flags or they see this landmark, they're supposed to stop.
Yep.
And then we raise that shock level in order to say, okay, now there's something stronger there.
Yeah, I think I was more relaxed letting the dogs out. Like anybody can let the dog out. It wasn't like, I gotta take the dog out. You gotta hook something up, right? I mean, you open the door and there they go.
Yeah,
And
when
then-
I'm loading the equipment for a gig day,
Right.
we leave all the doors open and they come running out in the front and running in the back. They don't, and I don't worry about it.
Yeah,
So that's a very liberating feeling.
Right.
To have.
And a lot of people think that they have to do that complete boundary around the whole property. Like your house, we pinched in the sides so that when you let the dogs out back, that's where they are and they're there.
Yes.
And yet if you have a front door open or like you said, your garage door is open, the front of their yard is also protected.
Yeah, we did that at our house. We had the front yard on
Yeah,
one
and
roof,
then-
in the back, and it worked just like you described. But it was never in the street we had in front. You get some cars going by there; they wouldn't stop. But it was never a stressor. How complex is it to have somebody have a fence put in? Is it not too late in the year? Or
It's not. In fact, right now we're doing a $200 fall special for any system put in.
Do they have to hurt on the local show, or is that helping?
No,
That'd be nice of them to. Okay.
Yeah, no. Just give us a call, and it's.
You're doing it. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing it. We can, if you let us know today, we can get systems in next week. We have some availability.
And then how long does it take for the dog to actually stay in the yard?
It takes about a week for the dog to become conditioned, and then in about 10 to 15 days, we're having the clients remove the leash and walk around with the dog and stuff like that. We offer training assistance, no matter for the first year of the dog that the dog is on the system. They will get 2 scheduled training sessions.
So if I need it, you'll come back out.
Absolutely.
If I don't need it, I love you guys, but you know what? I'm a little busy.
Absolutely.
But if I need it, you'll come out and walk and either turn it up or down or right or left or whatever has to happen.
We'll evaluate the dog's needs. Plus, we also give phone consultations. So if somebody has an issue and it's something we can do over the phone, we will do that also.
Briefly, tell us about the phone app that works with this thing.
Okay, so the link system that I was talking about earlier allows you to communicate with the dog's receiver through the app. You're able to use it as a hands-on remote. It will let you know how much energy is in the receiver as far as battery levels go, because you recharge it about once a week. And then it also lets you know how many times the dog has hit the boundaries, not run through, but hit the boundaries.
No batteries in the
No batteries at all.
because that used to be the big thing.
And that's got a lifetime warranty. So say in 2 years' time that receiver is no longer charging appropriately, you're going to give us a call and you're going to say, Donna, this is what's going on. We're going to say, okay, it needs to be warranted. Let's take care of that.
So they can get an estimate, have a conversation. How much does this cost? How do we do it? SyracuseDogFence.com.
Yes.
So put in SyracuseDogFence.com or just call. This is Stan's number. You're going to get it right on the cell phone.
315.
415.
315.
Right.
415. 5555.
Right. So in the big area code, 415. A whole bunch of 5s. Stan and Donna Shane, thanks for keeping dogs safe and in the yard.
Thank you for having me here again.
You got it. And I can't stress enough, get it done before winter. You will really love it.